Trump's would-be assassin hated him.
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
All right, here we go. We got some info warning updates for you about the latest assassination attempt on President Donald Trump. Boy, oh boy. God bless President Trump. God protect him and God keep your hand on him. But did you know that the assassin, the would-be assassin, hated Donald Trump? Yeah, it shouldn't be surprising. But that's the latest news that we have from his son. His son's name is Oran Routh, and he claims that Ryan, his father, isn't violent, but that he dislikes Trump, just like many others do. And Oran expressed shock and disbelief at his father's actions, claiming they've all grown apart recently. Him and his father have recently grown apart. But we're getting filled in on these details as they come in, and I'm sharing with you as they come in. Are you shocked that Ryan Wesley Routh hated Trump? No, you shouldn't be, because all of the rhetoric that's coming out from the MSM, the corporate mainstream media, everything that they espouse is just hate towards Trump. And when you're getting that kind of bad information, as sick as this society is now, what do you expect the results to be? Exactly what we're having right now. But enough of my editorial. Let's get into this conversation about what the alleged would-be assassin Ryan Routh's son claims about him. He claims that his father hated him. Son of alleged would-be Trump assassin Ryan Routh claims father hates ex-president, but is not a violent person. I don't like Trump either, says Oran Routh, the would-be assassin's son. The son of the alleged gunman who targeted former President Trump on his Florida golf course Sunday said his dad hates Trump, like every reasonable person does. Now, I take offense to that because I like to think that I'm a reasonable person, and I like to think that if you're watching this video, you're a reasonable person too. So how is he just going to clump all of us up together and say like every reasonable person does? No, I don't hate President Trump. As a matter of fact, I'm one of the biggest Trump supporters there is. I've always been a Trump supporter from day one, from 2016 on. From the moment he stepped onto the national stage as president, I've been a Trump supporter, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I will stand by him. And of course, I'm going to vote for him in 2024. But let's continue with this article. Oran Routh told the Daily Mail that his father, Ryan Routh, who was arrested in the alleged assassination attempt, isn't a fan of the Republican nominee. I don't like Trump either, he added. But the younger Routh insisted his dad is not violent and said he was shocked to hear about the allegations. We're going to get to some of those earlier things that we just passed by, because there's some interesting things that I noted about that. The first interesting thing that I noted was the gun. Now, apparently, the USSS, the United States Secret Service, the agent who shot at Routh, shot at the nozzle and knocked the gun out of his hand. My question becomes, why is that gun so neatly stacked up against the fence? That looks, well, we're not going to get into conspiracies. We're not going to try to start any controversies, but that looks like a staged photo to me. Tell me what you think in the comments below. But I've never been comfortable from the moment they showed that picture. Something just seems very odd about it. But let's continue with the article that we have. He's my dad, and all he's had is a couple traffic tickets, as far as I know, the son told the Daily Mail. That's crazy. I know my dad, and I love my dad, but that's nothing like him. He's not a violent person. He's a hard worker and a great dad. He's a great dude, a nice guy, and has worked his whole effing life. Ryan Routh, 58, was allegedly armed with an AK-47 just a few hundred yards away from Trump as he played golf at the Trump International Golf Club, West Palm Beach, authorities said. A Secret Service agent, a hole ahead of Trump, scoping out the area, spotted the suspect as he stuck the barrel of his rifle through the chain fence on the outskirts of the golf club. After the agent opened fire, Routh fled but was captured shortly after. Now, again, I come back to this picture. If the agent fired at Routh, How did the gun get so neatly stacked up against the fence like that? I wonder, I question. Again, I'm not trying to start any conspiracy, and I'm not trying to start any controversy, but that right there makes me have additional questions. Let's continue with this article. Oran Routh said he was unaware his father was even in Florida and assumed he was in Hawaii when the two spoke recently. He said he was at the beach, but I thought that meant the Outer Banks in Hawaii, he reportedly said. I didn't ask him for more information because we've had a falling out. We've grown apart. Here's President Trump with Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Oran did not elaborate what he meant by the two having a falling out, but he claimed he doesn't believe his father owned a gun or known him to do anything that SHIT like this, he told the outlet. After abruptly hanging up the phone, Oran Routh sent a long text to the Daily Mail in which he said if his father wants to be a martyr, that's his choice, and complained that voters are exhausted and embarrassed by candidates running for the White House. We have some pictures there of the suspect where he was stopped at in coordination to where Trump's West Palm Beach golf course is. Got a couple of pictures right there of how everything was looking on the day. I hate this game every 4 years, and I think we all do. And if my father wants to be a martyr to how broken and disassociated the process has become from the real problems and practical solutions, then that's his choice. Rouths Son, he reportedly wrote in that text. I'm not saying that what he's done or what he's about, that's just my own rant being fed up with all for my entire adult life. South Park said it best. Every 4 years, we're forced to choose between turd sandwich and a giant douche. And all it says, effed up in the same ways by different degrees. And we're exhausted and embarrassed by it all. Ryan Routh has a criminal background dating back to his time in North Carolina, and in recent years was a vocal supporter for Ukraine in the country's fight against Russia. This is the second time in around 2 months that Trump has been zeroed in on by a would-be assassin as he runs for president against Vice President Kamala Harris for a return to the White House. Now, there's some other interesting things that I do want to share with you as we go through this. We're going to get caught up on what we already know about this would-be assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Here's what we know about the assassination attempt on Trump in Florida. Former President Donald Trump survived an assassination attempt at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach on September 15th, 2024. Trump sent out a statement to supporters soon after to report that he was safe and well. The suspect, identified as Ryan Routh, 58, of Hawaii, was able to get within 300 to 500 yards of Trump at a chain link fence on the edge of the course, where he had an AK-47 and a GoPro camera set up, apparently to record the planned shooting. Routh has a history of supporting progressive causes online, and he has made 19 donations to Democratic candidates since 2019. A Secret Service agent spoiled and opened fire on Routh as he put his gun through the fence. The suspect fled and was arrested on I-95 a short time later. According to Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, Trump's security detail was lighter because he isn't a sitting president, despite the previous attempt on his life in July. That's the latest that we have on this assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. But again, I want to ask you, leave what you think in the comments about this photo, how it seems so neatly placed up against there if the USS Secret Service agent shot it out of his hand or shot at him. Would you have placed a gun so neatly up against the fence if you were getting shot at? Let me know in the comments below. Listen, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please like it and share with your friends and families so we can get the word out, because this is part of the most consequential time in human history, and everyone needs to know what's going on. And remember, You've been warned. See you soon.